Come on, heart, just go on, just beat normally for 5 minutes. Is it that difficult? Probably. Hi guys, I'm Shelley, welcome back to my channel and the mid-year book freakout tag. This is a thing that I didn't know was a thing, but I did know was a thing, and I've been meaning to do the thing for a long time. Can we tell I've said the word thing a lot? I believe this tag's been going for 3 years. I went looking for the original video, couldn't find it. I think it's been taken down. But I'm going to go with the original questions from 2018. Basically, it's a tag asking you a bunch of questions about the books you have read so far, as we are now halfway through 2020. Yeah. Refund! There are 15 questions altogether, so get a cup of tea, get a snack, sit down. I could be here a while, because so far apparently I've read 36 books this year. So let's crack on with question 1. She says as she knocks all the books over. Why do I put them in a pile when I know they're going to fall down? Question 1, best book you have read so far this year. This was difficult because I apparently have 5-starred quite a lot of books, but I think I'm going to go with the one that's made the most impact on me, or the one that kind of me, and that was Dodie Clark's Secrets for the Mad. It physically feels lovely, and then I have feelings for this book. We're in a relationship. Question 2, best sequel so far this year. Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, which is the sequel to Six of Crows. I have a feeling Leigh Bardugo is going to come up a lot in this tag because I read the Grishaverse during lockdown. I loved it. I loved it more than Six of Crows because of all the sassiness and all the backtalk and just all the characters just rowing with each other. Oh my god, the flirting. The flirting. I'm just here for it. There's a bug suddenly. What? Why is there a bug? What is going on with my flat? It's the weather. I swear, whenever it gets sunny and damp at the same time, my flat suddenly fills with bugs. I'm not happy about it. Can't really do much about it. Moving on. Question 3. A new release that you haven't read yet. Da-dum, 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 da-dum. Oh my god, she's a hefty one. A Beautiful Foolish Endeavour by Hank Green, which is the follow-up to An Absolute Remarkable Thing. I never get the names right. This comes out on the 7th of July. It's currently the 2nd of July. Waterstone sent it to me early. So technically this will be a new release when this video comes out. I hope. I'm so excited to read this. Question 4. Full. Most anticipated read for the second half of the year. It's a toss-up between Boy Queen by George Lester, which I've said before. I'm so excited to get my hands on it. I can't wait. It's going to be about a teenage drag queen. Or Eat, Gay, Love by Callum McSwiggan, which I believe comes out like next week. But I'm sure there are other books that I've probably forgotten about. Question 5, biggest disappointment of the year. This again is a twofer. So the second half of The Ballad of Songbirds, that's what it was called? The Hunger Games prequel by Suzanne Collins. The first half of the book, bloody loved it. Brilliant. Was going along with it. Fantastic. Great adventure. Made sense. Was really, really interesting. All these revelations. Brilliant. Second half. Pfft. Then also Someday by Someday by David Levithan. Okay. I loved the concept of every day, the concept of trying to find who you are. It's about a person who wakes up in a different body every day. So you're talking about identity and what makes you you, and gender and binary, and all of these different questions were brought up. And then this one Someday just focused on the baddie. The guy who was supposedly the baddie who goes around killing people. And I'm just like, such interesting questions were brought up in every day, and they weren't continued in Someday. So Question 6, biggest surprise of the year. And I thought I had it with me, but I don't actually, because I listened to it on audiobook. Was Find Me by Andre Asserman, which is the sequel to Call Me By Your Name. I could have put it as favourite sequel as well, but there were so many mixed reviews about Find Me, and I was worried that I was going to not love it. And then, yeah, I loved it. I loved the new way that Andre just took questions about people and characters, and I've done a whole review on Find Me. I'll link it down below. Question 7, favourite new author of this year, Leigh Bardugo. The sass she writes, the flirting she writes, the stories, the characters, mainly the characters. She writes such beautiful characters with such wonderful backstories. They're well-rounded, they make sense, they're sassy, they don't just talk about the plot all the time, they have other things in their brains. So much flirting. I mean, seriously. And I just loved it. So following up from that, question 8 is your new favourite fictional crush. The whole of the Grishaverse? Can I have a crush on everybody in the Grishaverse? Because I kind of do. All of the girls, oh Nina, just want to stare at Kaz as well because you think Mr. Darcy can brood. You've never met Kaz Brecker. I mean, seriously, the man is just... But then the Darkling. Okay, we're going to move on from that, but basically, I am in lockdown. I have not seen people. Fictional crushes have evolved. So question number 9 is new favourite character. I'd have to go with Zoya from the Grishaverse. Can we tell this is basically a what did I read for the beginning part of the year? The Grishaverse. Zoya has the biggest arc, I believe. She starts off as Zoya Navuledski. She starts off as a mean girl, the queen mean girl. By the end of it, in King of Scars, she's still that person. She's still sarky. She's still nasty. She's still prickly. But she's prickly about the people she loves. She defends people. You realise that she has this prickliness because it's a defence mechanism. And you find out what's underneath that. And she's really loyal. I just loved the way she very, very slowly warmed up and completely changed. And I went from hating her to loving her. Question 10, book that made you cry. I don't cry that often, so I'm going to go with the book that made me close to tears, that made me just go, oh, ooh, eat, that hurts. And that is Gears for Queers by Abigail Milton and Lilith Cooper. 2 people who go on a bike tour around Europe and experience all these things. There's one bit where they've been away and quiet and away from people for a long time, and they suddenly go into a big store, and one of them is just like, I cannot with the lights and the noise and there's too much stuff and I'm gonna just... My brain does that all the time. Question 11, book that made you happy. Because I'm happy. Heartstopper by Alice Osman. And this is volume number 3. I have number 1 and 2 just there. It's beautifully drawn, it's beautifully written, it gives me all the feels and I love it! Question 12, favourite book to film adaptation. I'm going to go with book to documentary adaptation, and that is I Am Not Your Negro by James Baldwin. James Baldwin was a famous civil rights activist, and he wrote down what he witnessed. He was a witness to the whole civil rights movement in America. He was writing a book about America through the eyes of Martin Luther King, Malcolm X and Medgar Evers. Unfortunately, he passed away before he finished writing the book. So they took his notes, they took all of everything that he'd written so far, everything that happened in the civil rights movement through the eyes of these 3 men who were all 3 assassinated, killed, murdered, and they put that into a documentary, and it's called I Am Not Your Negro, and it is just, I mean, it's like the 13th. It's American civil rights through the eyes of the people who were in it, and it hit me, and it was beautiful. Question 13, favourite video you have made this year. Technically not a book video, but my photo every day video came out this year of 7 years. There's a whole backstory to this video. I could make a video about the making of this video. The fact that that got finished, the fact that it got done and rendered and put up online. I almost died in the middle of it. Almost never got finished after year 5. There's a whole story about how it was set up for a friend to put it out for me in case I didn't make it, but that's depressing. Anyway, yes, so my photo every day I think is my proudest video this year, because just the fact that I finished it and that I was here to put it up. Question 14, favourite book you bought or were given this year. It's a toss-up, but I'm going to have to go with The Untold Lives of Women Killed by Jack the Ripper by Hallie Rubenhold. Ignoring Jack the Ripper and literally just telling their stories, the victim stories, how they should be told. They weren't prostitutes, they weren't everything that the media made them out to be. They were just women trying to get on with their friggin' lives until this idiot came into them. And we big up Jack the Ripper. There's Jack the Ripper tours, and I'm just like, he friggin' killed people. He killed 5 women, and these are the 5 women he killed. And it's just important, and I friggin' love it. Last question, I promise. Question 15. What books do you need to read by the end of the year? I'm going to finish this, damn it. I want to read The Vagina Bible by Dr. Jen Gunter. Oh my god, she did a TED Talk, which I will link down below. I could do a hormone diaries on every chapter of this book. Each chapter, it tells you something different. Let me get the chapter listing. So you have a chapter on the vulva, the vagina, a chapter on vaginismus, so important. Female pleasure and sex ed. Medical maintenance, food and vaginal health, the bottom line of underwear, the lowdown on lube. Just need to read that by the end of this year. And that is it. That is the mid-year freak-out tag. I'm freaked out just by how much I need a nap. I'm going to go and search the rest of these videos so I can watch other people's, but do leave answers down below to some of the questions if you haven't made a video, because I'd love to know your mid-year freak-out section. And while you're on your way down, if you could hit subscribe, like, and all the things, maybe give me a heart emoji, that would be cute. I like the heart emojis, they make me happy. Anyway, I hope you guys are good, and you made it all the way through. This video was a bit of a long one. My voice is starting to crack. Can you tell I really need a nap now? Okay, bye. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Because I enjoy it, but ow!